Hello, my name is Aaron Lauer, and I'm a Senior Solutions Engineer here at Pureport. Today we're going to use the Pureport console to provision an Azure Express Route into a Pureport network that I have already created.
To begin with, we're going to create a new network. And as soon as I hit OK, we will deploy the control plane for this network. And immediately we're presented with the different site locations available to create our Express Route. On the right, our new connection, we're going to create an Azure Express Route. We're going to choose the East US2 region and the Ashburn location for Pureport, since that is the closest connection to that East US2 region. Microsoft requires all connections are highly available, so that option is grayed out. We're going to choose a 50 megabit connection for this simple demo. And here we're presented with the request for the Azure Express Route service key. Following Microsoft's documentation, you provision and request an Express Route and provision it within the Azure portal first. And you're presented with and given in the overview of that Express Route this service key. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste that. And we're going to choose the default ASN. And we're going to give it a meaningful name. We're going to go ahead and add this connection. At this point, we are provisioning a Express Route circuit and associating it with the circuit that's been already provisioned in the Azure portal side. Now that our connection is provisioned, we can go to the Azure portal, and you'll see here now that the Azure portal, this provider status, has changed to provision. This connection is now provisioned in Azure. From there, you can follow the standard Azure documentation on how to peer the connection and connect it to a virtual network gateway so that your virtual networks can communicate on this. Since we have only one connection at this time, we're going to go ahead and add a second connection. This is our VPN, our site IPsec VPN tunnel. This is so this remote site or a remote site can connect to this, and you can create multiples of these across our network to connect multiple sites to this Azure connection. And from here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to pick our Pureport location. We're going to pick Ashburn to begin with here since it's here. And we're going to pick a 50 megabit connection. And as you notice, it's going to be 50 megabits there. Our primary, we're going to put on our router IP addresses for our redundant connections. And we're going to use route-based BGP on this one. A remote ASN. And at this point, we could choose to enable a BGP password if we wish. We will go ahead and do that. And since we're using BGP, we're going to leave our remote networks blank. And for the purposes of this demo, we're going to leave the default connection information here for this connection. We're going to give it a meaningful name there. We're going to add our VPN connection. At this point, we're configuring and deploying the VPN endpoints for this connection. And within a minute or so, this will be fully available for your remote site to connect into. There you go. The site's provisioned and ready to use. With these same basic steps, you can provision multiple site VPN connections from into our different locations if you have remote offices or remote facilities that need to connect to your Azure facility, Azure VNet. If you need to connect another or a different Azure region, you can connect to our different locations and use those to connect to regions that match with those.
I hope this shows how easily you can use Pureport to set up multi-cloud, multi-site connectivity, and thank you for your day.